I mean, to climax his tour.
Ah, okay.
And the kind of crowd.
Like
Like, I'm speechless right now. I'm telling you, Mahama himself crowd was shocked.
Oh, be shocked. What say? Sometimes, oh, I never we know. I am not my politicians no. I know more because he named the victim. So I
oh yeah.
Born my other party because of how Benzema Bedroom and I do the adults.
Yeah, but one thing is that we are praying that the crowd will not, sometimes the crowd they deceive. Like you should fear delegate. I don't know whether was it 2016 or 2012 when Mahama was holding a conference at is it a conference? Well, it was actually towards the election in 2016. I think he held it at the stadium. The number of people who came at the end of the vote, like everything.
Imagine.
I was like, what's going on? Oh yeah.
I don't want the.
Fan
castle. And a federal vote, yeah. And I'm mutu na day. Weekend muko baby. Was styling is the debitina. Hey.
See last week we share your boss all the ABP.
This week I make okay.
Yeah, this week we share about Friday no.
Mat.
What's a share about Calipo on to make.
They make us a monyamanye.
Yeah.
Study Chimude. And I pay the word if I boy any uncle.
Sir.
Abro Puma cream if I boy any uncle.
Okay, we all the time we say we want to be like the Western people. Or more amanoneno. They be a pese yet so mo. Na video be na a chugu on social media where you can see Fameye engaging in a fist fight. Not really a fight, but Osha, it's not right. And DJ Kimpacho my video no. At the NDC 24-hour economic pack. During his performance there, say fans, die-hard fans for the artists are should I say the energy they approach these people with is very high. Now people are saying what's Fameye and it's not right, and others are also applauding him for what he did. Now the question is, in the first place, stage in point ni pagina so. Ofiambo fofona mostly no. Yes, ono artist ono kwa in the general stage no so or whatever he wants to do. But Ghana han obe huna bodyguards for Gina, so yanka say bodyguards for more Munjina ho, but to me Gina ho. And other people are also on the stage, crowded. And DJ wakuna ohwe video ne pa.
What I do first at
so.
Oh say about performances so what I say a horror artist they'll say a born home by so what I say. Me I've watched the video and what Fameye mean to me can say oh you're right and that's on you're right. So what I say oh protecting him. So what and a video me share guy no fan the come backstage no so video no here or the come backstage no so and our family young microphone be here there e pamo o ko na family ko tape akwa say onjai like onjai no o see from another one half stage no so what I say another one there as half stage no but do no see can see you from first minim do koye internal family there ebiasi say it say Nicki Minaj say female artist for ni bo abrochi or backstage drop perform no be too so automatic ni born
yes
so what I say
I think I'm not call
automatic ni born fan because enye say like or your fan and interest say It's a me also be because say be a Shatawale and as Stone Boy and I say me gaga and I say Dabi because a boy on my own ebia me a Stone Boy fan and I say me Shatawale fan me mpena asem ti meba show na sibi so what I say meba show na sibi and na me ade we nkoma all organizers no omo take responsible for event bia most of event now sometimes you omo board broche now and as outside now omo to barricade ebia fan say 10 meters away from the stage security guys age na ho because fan no be performing or your fan o plus see show na enye de so that but oba en de yimu a omo ti me bra to the sense omo nya crank omo na ba begu stage ne so. That's strong. So what I say because maybe no more ban no your fan maybe a for. So what I say today imagine say ana the entire sometimes some preventive fan from the stage. They say me ma sister ebia me ma ho kwan say bra stage ne so a ebe you be there so no so be so ba it say me ma kwan ma sister dey be kwan a e dey na hwe ebesi. So what I say etinu e was say organizers na ya mo organize event no omodi security white and so ye dey ebe mu bi moto barricade security guys body guys age na barricade nature omuti mi crossing ma o ba so ba be hwe fan no atie fan one masa won so ba be gina stage no so dey happen o ya artist won say ne papa mu no ofre wa no wa ba me ma hwe most of shows are ye free artist e mo ba board no so because me show say bia won say mo ben stage no obeka bi bia be Fameye
yeah.
So I say, and for me, so not many na adwin ni say obekoko because time no more pattern na even though fan the bar stage no tap the guy and say onjai no. So I say omunti na omuno like no artist ni na fans na den e wo ho and I show so yes say na show na be say no. So I say eti no fans for ne dey e was some very we can say you protect some ye. So I just say, would they imagine say my used to female artist here because it's fun. It would they imagine say acid no woman. Some work on. So I just say, though you're fun or you're right because and not just say what too so good no. I don't nipa. So nipa. So I just it's a protection here the alcohol to prevent this. So be a cause what. If that says security will be tight and I say mbo barricade. So what I say 10 meters away from the stage. No there will be any problem. And the original China will perform here. Me share another show will be UK. Oh na guy too. Oh baby stage no one na. Oh baby fans no one so now they were still celebrating. So what I say AF obi no akwa distract will be on stage no so. When there distractions. So what I say it on the right or because on the right. So what I say on the right. And now we are fine no just be dim kwasa. Sata no can say no boss. So if you no sata wale program sometimes people they are fans be one say bodyguard for no be cry attack or react to bodyguard but and say yenti na wa enti no eti mema no eti mema ho kwan na say nemo ko mama ho kwan na say mama sita dey be some selfish eti to prevent that no mema mama stage no so enti on say show be on baby no we a sign of say your security near tight so what I say enti maka say
all right sister Debbie.
Okay, so I don't really know the rules governing music industry in this country, but then I can say that some of the rules are not working. I wouldn't blame the his fans so much, and I will also say, and I also think that this is not the first time such cases happening. I've watched a lot of big stars, like music stars, performing, and then you see people like fans moving on stage to perform with the person or have this kind of feeling. You know, it's a whole joy. I mean, someone you've been listening to his music or her music for so long, like you're a die-hard fan of that person, like you just like the person even though you've not seen the person. So just imagine we are here, then we've heard that one of these big stars are coming here and you are a fan of the person. Like if when you see the person passing, you feel like hug the person or shake the person, not because of anything, but you just have that kind of love for the person. You get it? So sometimes to the fans, I feel like is the kind of love they have for the person is actually not helping them, or how will I even put this? the kind of love they have for them is actually pushing them to do that unconsciously. I don't think it's something that is conscious. So they just feel like, oh, like the vibe is coming too much. Why not get up there to, have fun with the person? And you know, some of the fans too, they like it when they take pictures with you, when they do that, so they can post, like, for people to know that, oh, yes, like, I've met this person, I've seen that, I've seen it. But you see, it's very bad on the side of Fameye, to get down and then fight the person instead of leaving it for the security men to do that. One, it tarnishes your image. And you know, fans too, they find it difficult to understand certain things like this. They see it in a different perspective. They'll be like, you are so harsh, you're arrogant, you have a lot of pride in you and stuff. So you get it. So I think in a way he didn't try. He could have allowed the security men to handle it instead of him.
But I'll hear video now. I'm not sure guy no person of free stage.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I'm sure
sometimes a woman say a die-hard fan, but say you're not supposed to climb the stage.
That's what I'm saying. That it looks like some rules are not working because it's like Ghana music industry. I'm not sure it's with Fameye alone. I've watched a lot of big stars in the music industry in this country. That when they perform, like you see fans coming on stage, like. So it has become, they've normalized that. Let me say Ghana has actually normalized that thing. And so the person feel like when I climb on the stage, there is nothing wrong with that. But let's just imagine that they've set rules and then you're not supposed to get there. Like, no matter the distance, just stay there and then you enjoy from the person. If the person, some people actually, they'll be on the stage, then they themselves will come down to meet the fans or give you the mic to sing. You see, it's different. But for me, I see that there is no rule. Even if there is rule, the rule is not working. So the fan had they actually have no idea that I'm supposed to. For them, what they know is I've seen Kwame Eugene, I have to touch him. I've seen Kwame Eugene, I have to feel the vibe. You get it?
What's that? Until say I understand how the barricade. Ever block him. So first I want to barricade and block him there. We allow that person to get close.
Access,
yes, because a barricade I block him now. So what I say? Won't mean say once Gyamfi show for example. You show no barricade. It's uncomfortable me bad to the sense of person full stage in that. But when there's barricade, I don't know say barricade they protect it. Protect him. It's a multi and cross it barricade. When you cross on there, why offense? You bet you. So that's it. And I listened to one artist was saying, say crowd no serious and I am a vibe. So first and perform quantity there's vim there.
Because that's why I said that it's like they've normalized that, so both the musician and the fans see it to be something normal. When I'm singing, you come on stage. And so I think they have a lot of things to do. They have a lot of things to put in place. But then it's very bad to do that because without the fun, you are not who you are. You get it? And you to it's like we help each other. If you're not there, we don't feel it because your music and stuff help us to entertain ourselves. You get it? And so when the fans are coming, to the extent that you get no, it doesn't make sense.
This is one of the Nigerian artists not performing. Lady B. Brown the one was stage.
Sometimes it's not that the person is actually throwing to you.
Or talk stage or Twamano. Now one or Twamano stage.
No, like or Twamano. When you say they are Twabon or Prano, but they are and no man they kind of okay. Maybe the song is actually working on
fire.
Fire, brand or two. Was it? And I was it. Okay, me met back as I say, Ebia, more person artist near about close to the stage now. Mama stage in course.
Yeah.
So I know it's me. So I just say, now security in Nedna. I see. But over in the lower seats the table here.
Some fun actually goes insane when they see their someone they are so much into somebody they actually heard the song for so much you've been listening to the person's song all the time and then you just hear that the person is coming over to Anya. Just imagine.
You
get it. Everyone wants to feel even gospel musicians.
Yes.
You want to touch the person you just want to feel some some vibe or something. You get it. So I think they also have a lot of roles to play.
This we need to call my phone, organizers phone.
All right, so away from that, Sammy Gyamfi, Ghanaian lawyer and politician, and also National Communications Officer for the NDC, has said that Ghana's Creative Arts Center has collapsed, but the NDC government plans to revive it. And they are okay, yes, how to ask.
Overarching brand.
Okay.
Unyamia dom. Yorajo Mahama ne party ni ba. Yedi de see any so.
Okay.
Black Star experience in Chese. It's a Black Star no. He has a lot of Pan-African, you know, it has a rich Pan-African heritage.
Okay.
All the freedom fighters of old identified with a Black Star. We read in Marcus Garvey, he talks about the Black Star. And that is why we have picked that. Na Jumayedi a yeba be dia yede babe market a project Ghana culture identity, okay. Your heritage and the creative arts.
Have we lost it?
Oh, na say na de Ghana creative arts there attention.
Identity.
Na enye me say the aspect of the creative arts and ibia koso kaka enyum to for no eno kwa na yo mwanga za modemo. Na apart from that, concert party when say go okay chechekule
mi kai
chechekule na we
o send dey
okay kisu concert party
eno say nya ban dey.
But there was a certain policy framework,
okay,
which allowed for all these things to thrive. And as I way, where are the Santos of today? So drama, what has happened to drama? Anyway, so we have lost. You see, the kind. I see a newspaper and a friend Black Star experience. And then NDC.
What has happened to drama? Now the issue is NDC and PP, they all come into power. And I say I'm fine saying share manifestos, because I remember, if I'm not mistaken, 2012 manifesto NDC, they stated categorically say omubesi is it a sector or say a dine or say theater or whatever. I don't know if they did it or they didn't do it. But NDC and MPP have cultivated, or politicians have cultivated, this habit, Sister David, of always lying to us. Now, on no NDC, Sammy Gyamfi, he's saying he said they would come into power to do all these things. What happened to the previous promise? Our say when you come into power, you will do the same thing, but yet you failed. Sister Debbie.
You see, these politicians have similar languages that they always bring out there. And so sometimes if you don't actually pay critical attention to what they put out there, you feel like, or what they are saying actually makes sense, and so you're going to give them the vote. Now, I won't sit here and say that I'm backing what he's saying, because, well, if God willing, the NDC actually wins this election, I don't know what will come out of it. I don't actually know how they are going to put everything together. You get it? But the least I would say is that, you see, when you compare the tenor of the NDC and then that of the MPP and then the promises they've made, I can equally say, per my predictions or like analysis and things, I can actually say that when the NDC was in power, part of their promises, let me say 50%, was actually done. Okay. Even if it wasn't completed, it was like they started something to make us know that, oh, even though like we've promised this, we've actually done it. But then looking at the MPP, they've also promised. They've made a lot of promises to us. They've also done some. But then,
sorry to interrupt you. According to one, it was a show. So according to one panelist on the show, she said, say NDC, mobile, they didn't do anything to help the industry, the creative arts industry, to survive. But when MPP came into government currently, they've done a whole lot.
Like, you see, you can't say they've done a whole lot. Like, as you are saying they've done a whole lot, then you have to start pointing out, okay, they've done a whole lot, they've done this, they've built that, they've promoted this, they did that, and so the industry is actually on a rise. You see, when NDC was in power, even though the creative art industry in the country wasn't that like it wasn't that a bit, should I say, it wasn't that
stable
good or stable, but then at least it was okay. But 2016, 2012, we still watch Ghanaian movie that at least one way or the other I would say it makes sense in a way. Some of it, not all. But then look at MPP like tenor now. I would say that the instance in which we find ourselves right now, the creative industry has rather collapsed under the MPP than when the NDC came into power. She is saying that the NDC have done nothing, right? But what I'm saying is that even if they haven't done anything during their tenure, there was still some sort of should I say improvements or something in the creative art industry. Things were still going on. You could actually feel a bit of life in what they are bringing out. You get it. But then let's look at now. A lot of, even though they are trying, I would say some of them are actually trying their best to make sure that the creative art industry it's stable. You get, but I would, like as I said, comparing the NPP and the NDC, for me, the creative arts industry under the NDC has like it's a bit okay than the NPP, because I can't actually see anything now in the creative art industry. Under the NPP government, we are now seeing them backbiting each other, like that's becoming so common among them. And so yes, I think that's what I can say about that.
Okay, yes, or you might me, I will not blame anybody here because Omuna Bako. So what I say, from Rollins to Kufu, creative and art industry na so pa in terms of one or mention some concert be near those days. I can drama, concert party, can say I grow those kind of like play na you normal televisions na the age na so. Question is then a buyer in anti-ego. So what I say, it's not about you building kind of say facility structures. See, we sit down and I say one putting more effort more so what I say, me creative art no, I know say sometimes on mobile ye a room free home your football in Simenya. Yeah, concert yes sometimes near the didn't na and and our promises no more making na ye ba baby say obi about more promises maybe and then on my alpha. So what I say, and I share this kind of kind of say concert na near those days now. I say recently some shows we ma be kele sa concert na near na man say you find interest crying there investors crying for money there invest you would imagine say this telenovela buy show obi no chroma deal ya kotwa ede my hwe concert be na chance a telenovela we China any our country bro do I don't tell ye de na enye ye country enye but I don't hear the abanya sa translate ko twi mu me ye hwe Home Alone so hwe Christmas Christmas home be you yes like ye de na concert be na chance a movie and so be hwe
just say be amponimo
also be hwe so what I say yeah one say we don't cherish our own and any problem no yeah cherish ye so Ghana de ye ni jo yes prior way ye kan boma embu uyi ba ko de bebu so what I say eti ye ni ye no na wa idea na beba o ye ni say a e be ye no omo we fa and so no no ma ba condemn Ghana de ye so yes ye hwe so ye wa say ga hwe atese wo Ghana say at even though Kuma would name Gali would crack or down for some of the artists and actresses they are still forcing say on my married movie na though that's why it says it's here near 3 days analog system you're gonna dig guitar and comfortable simple kind of auto credit on what they share this kind of they appreciating you more and so Becca say but they are these guys are more about and they are really working so what I said to bring Kumawood or Gollywood back to see anoma or more bomu who say we free Kumason or Accra no Kumaso quiet we free Kumason no but they are trying their possible best say on bed one say no politicians no they sit back or you because na man we are not serious. Omo will say we are not serious. It's omo bad they will do their they will come and me say about 20 year to about na go find near to about baby. Na the oba best work onya no. O fa konya ni wie. Oh no, obo pressure beton so. This 4 years now, ye dey be mo won enye easy because no market. It's no this time it's not about you promising say ye ba baby. Ni nan say ye ba beto aso.
Yeah.
Enye me ba ba ye but o ba no ameya. Because
na samwo ho.
Ghana ka wo echi o. E ka ya gbogbo kra bu okra 60 years kra ni entu enye e da. Mugusu ye promises ye ba be yesi ye ba be yesi. Ade no e wo hodeda hwe National Theatre. E den e dey. Conference center e den e dey.
Using it for programs.
E host a renovations so what I say. Ye be renovation ye biem ni ade. National Theatre say program bi a man ye ya. Concert ani yi na ne ho ne koye no. Aban bi ba na nye trefe na ho say program wo. Okola se trefe ye mo de but National Theatre. National dey even National Theatre. I was like be na programs getting bono ma shows medical ko ni show on London. Ye mo free BBC 2 the bend arena. Hwe nkrofo ko ho no. Forget about say population that do. National Theatre my hoye nines I can teach betima ko show. A hoye conference na theater ye think ye dey be shows ye dey be movies near that now on no man ka ye hire ho enko stadium ko say another properties near that. So what I say it's omo promises omo ye ni na ye bompa ye say nipa oba bedi ye nim kan no aha because ono kwa as president no onti me nye ni na enti no ministers any MPs no na ma ye de amaboa no na ma ye government enti ye bompa ye say government o mbeba so no promises na mo ye ni na me nim so munti me nwie but what ye mo promises na de wo hoda na agunu mo de moon raising then ye den emrasro ana de ba kwa secretary to say ye nya ba ako ye let us be united enye sa dia enka bom ni dia ya nya dia forget it. Improvement of Ghana enko da say ya nka ye ho ambom as citizen na say enkrofo ne ye o man mu ne ya nka ye ho ambom a ade bia beji agu because me support wa say me support wa na ade ya o ye be koso say man support wa be da koso so what I say it no let us be one ne on the 7th December na me aduma Saturday be there ade chon the 8th na be hu
Yes, so the politicians, they can actually do their part, but then I've also noticed that the creative art industry, part of the problem is also from them because there is already a division among them, and their communication and everything tells it all. So the politicians can actually do their part, say maybe whether they promise to get you that, they promise to get you this, yeah, they can do it. But at the end of the day, it depends on you yourself on how to go about it. Because the creative industry, I believe they have their head. They have people who are actually meant to control and make sure everything is in progress. And so when I provide you with the necessary needs for you to progress, and then at the end of the day you don't actually make use for it, I won't lose though, even though the country will lose much, but then you will lose more. So I believe that even though the politicians are also making their promises and stuff or a lot of things, they should also amend certain things that is actually draining the industry down, and then make sure that everything goes on well. Because sincerely speaking, the creative arts industry in this country is nothing to write home about. Okay. And to Fameye, and he didn't try. And as I said earlier on, I'm sure there is no rule, or maybe the rules are there but they are not working, and so they have to make use of the rule and then make sure that the rules are actually working. Because as for fans, they don't understand. If you don't treat them from the beginning with something, they don't get used to it. And so when you come out to say like from now onwards we don't do that, we don't do this, we don't do that, and then you make sure that the necessary things that are supposed to be put in place, they are done accordingly, then I'm sure certain things will not happen. Because at the end of the day, to tarnish your image as well, and the fans are there for you, you're also there for them.
All right, thank you very much, DJ Rock.
Oh, very much. My last words I'm making say on the 7th of December, that's coming Saturday. You got to Aba. If I told you, I do with my camera, Nancy Fitty. I guess more before and Sunday December. Let's go and vote for peace. What I say in peace. I can't say. Let's go and vote in peace. I quite now fast got to Aba and fast. I quite know so brave. And your police station, one and I say pulling and find our watch. If you have your agenda, it's your kukrumoti.
Yeah.
It's your time, Pacho. When I will be on 20 million, 50 million. May come 50 million and 50 million Ghana cedis, so 5,000 Ghana cedis. When will be a farmer that now. I'm a young company because this coming January, December, or in Yamia Doma Brunia, why and I have a good you own some. It's no. Some Americans say, let's go and vote for the way Ghana. It's a peaceful nation. It's a peaceful country. There. Let us maintain this peacefulness. So what I say, Otoma wabano anyashia. Yen train 4 years, beba enche. Yeah, the man no. You better to na for frasa aha. Tino media. My last words are mechanic as mumbi. And I had Thomas Kayan. Yeah, papa. And I was asking any in the on the 7th of December, this coming Saturday. That is a special voting, so you're there. Air cost until they almost want to nasum. They are more to nasum, Diamuno. Sanson, I said, 3 years, so I am cotton nasum, Diamia, and one no. It will be big car, and I'm never using them. Okay, ladies, madam, some of your name, and I had a did you made in the ABC. Aha, mom behe more TikTok, mom behe more, I can't say X, and Hannah did you made in ABC. We are going for the midday news. Right after the news, DJ Rock, I'm still with you from 12 o'clock to, I can't say, 2 o'clock p.m. So what I say, right after me, DJ Q also take over. Now you made in there, IFFF. It's what behe more TikTok will be an uncle by the incident now. Mama, bye.